here the primary, and then on the right side they've shown the secondary, and then those are the tertiary, right? And all these smaller branches are the bronchioles at different levels. And so in this one, we're going to work our way backwards. On the models, the terminal and the respiratory are kind of a little hard to decipher, but if we work our way backwards, it's easier. Okay, so here, what do you think that would be? That entire bunch of alveoli. That's the alveolar sac, right? You see this part here where it looks more like a duct, like a tube. This is the alveolar duct. And on the alveolar duct, on either side of the alveolar duct also we have alveoli. So is alveolar duct part of the respiratory zone? Yes. And why? Because it has alveoli on it, right? So these are the alveolar ducts, those are the alveolar sacs, these are individual alveoli. Okay, you come up further, and so this part up here where it's kind of going into the alveolar ducts, that's why I said it's harder to decipher here, but this part here, this part of the tube over here would be the respiratory bronchioles, because the alveoli just start to show up on them. So up here where you still see smooth muscle on it, that's what those orange lines represent, would be the respiratory bronchiole, and so this would be the terminal bronchiole. That's why I said it's easier to work your way backwards instead of going down from here.
The branching under the terminal is also referred to as respiratory.
Respiratory, because this further down would show the presence of, but we will not call that respiratory unless we see alveoli on it. That's why we're staying with this one and this one, right? But this further down would show the arrangement of structures like we see over here. Visceral pleura, parietal pleura, pleural cavity, and I have shown this to you all before, but that was a long time ago. So let's look at this side over here where you see the lung. You see the wall of the thoracic wall, and you see a blue lining inside, just inside the thoracic wall. That would be which pleura? Parietal pleura, right? This blue lining here, did you see that? This blue lining, blue layering here is the parietal pleura. The visceral pleura would be on the organ, not distinctly colored or shown separately, because it will be adhering to the organ, right? This space that you see in between then would be the pleural cavity. The pleural cavity, the one that has been